Hey guys, Patrick Gaming right here, right now, bringing another TFT coaching video to Rig, and we'll be reviewing stage 4. Welcome.
What's up?
Yeah. You can hear me, you can see the screen. Alright, so let's slow this down. There's a lot of stuff happening. So you have essentially infinite gold. Okay, so what is your thought process here?
My plan from this spot was to fast 8 on 4-5, play Lucian.
Why not Kale, if you're going to go fast 8? Or Akshan?
I don't know, actually.
Okay.
I never really consider KO without Deathblade. I don't know if she's actually that... Is she good without DP?
I mean, those items are decent on Kale. They look fairly decent. There's no healing, but they look fairly decent.
Yeah, and like I guess if I were to hit Akshan, I'd probably play him over Lucian.
Okay, so you are rolling a little bit.
Fuck! Just missed 2 minutes in a row!
Okay, so you are rolling a little bit.
Oh yeah, I just wanted a Fortnite, I think.
Okay. Reasonable, like it. Okay, oh, why not play the Rel here? What is going on?
I think my reasoning for that was because there were Chugbook players.
Okay.
It was just throw Kha'Zix. That was really it. But
okay.
I could see the Rel there.
Well, doesn't the Rel do kind of similar function as Syndra, except for front and back line?
Yeah.
Because Rel stuns the front and the back, right?
Yeah.
And also you get Ironclad, which is good in most lobbies. And also it's about positioning. So, like, you would want to position Nautilus in the back row, and you want to make sure that, like, if something jumps at the back, it gets stuck on Nautilus.
Okay. So like Nautilus, like to the right of Syndra, did you say?
Well, Nautilus where Syndra.
Or I mean over Rel, right? Rel would be there, and then Nautilus would be next to.
Well, Rel just
Varus,
runs away, so Rel is kind of useless in defending your back line. So you put it in the front, so she stuns the back line. So if you put it next to Leona, she will stun the back line, right? Protecting your units. And if you put Nautilus down here, then he will stun whatever jumps in.
Okay.
So I guess we're kind of expecting to lose a bit here. Or what? Oh yeah, Varus is... Okay, Varus is crazy strong. Okay. Wow. So are you checking Stimmy now, or do we already know what Stimmy is?
Oh yeah.
I think we knocked this guy below 40. Yeah.
Oh shoot, yeah. I kind of get lazy sometimes, and I just don't look.
Okay. I presume this is glove for Trap Claw or Jewel Gauntlet or something. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's your Lucian. Okay, that is, I think, a bit unnecessary, like something like that, right? Because maybe you
would you have slammed like a Trap Claw or something?
Well, I don't know if I would have slammed anything right now. It's not completely necessary, right? Like, does Jewel Gauntlet on Syndra actually do anything? Okay, selling that Draven is so bad. So, like, you decided on a comp, like, based on what? Based on having a 2-star Olaf and this shit?
Yeah, I felt like my items suited Lucian better than Draven.
Well, if you hadn't slammed the Jewel Gauntlet, Rage Blade, Giant Slayer, and an IE is fine for Draven.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, you're in a phenomenal position and you're just closing doors for no reason. Like here, you keep the Aatrox, you keep the Jax, you keep the Draven, you keep the Lucian. Which means you can play Kayle, you can play Akshan, you can play Lucian, Draven, whatever you want. And it's like, once you start closing, like, yes, if you're behind, if you're desperate, you kind of have to close some doors to make econ. But here, there's no reason not to hold Draven and not to hold Aatrox. And just see what you get. I do like the Syndra, that was pretty cool. Okay, never mind. There's a Karma shitting on you as well. But right now you can play Jax or you can play Lucian. But you could have kept the Draven and the Aatrox, so you would have had more options. That's kind of the tricky part. And you can pick up the Ashe, and then it opens the door to Aphelios as well. Like, the way you should do your roll down is try to 2-star a 4-cost or find a legendary and then build your comp around that. If you're in a phenomenal position right now. So you should leverage that. Because if you're going to play like Lucian with 6 Sentinels, it's kind of like a desperate move. Like, roll down on 7, I'm desperate. Not chill, I can go to 8 and do whatever I want. Does that make sense?
Oh, is it more of like a play from behind kind of comp? You're saying?
It's just sort of a like, I need to stabilize on 7 kind of comp.
Okay.
It also spikes quite hard on stage 4. It's okay-ish stage 5, but not the best. And then on stage 6, unless you have like Akshan 2, it really falls off. Okay, so here, it could have been... Yeah, it could have been IE. And you could have had a Morello, I think. Yeah. But I guess you're going to go for Redemption. But you could have made an IE. And then you have Rageblade, Demon Slayer, IE. Which is way more flexible than Jewel Gauntlet.
I see that, yeah.
Okay, so let's slow this down a little bit. Using the W key, I like it. Draven, okay, now it's like, okay, whatever, you can't really play the Draven. Heimer.
Oh, it's just a habit of buying.
Why sell it? What if you 2-star the Heimer?
Oh, you're right, yeah, my items actually do fit him pretty well. Yeah, that's my mistake, yeah.
Like, I think the biggest problem here is complete tunnel vision. Complete tunnel vision. Like, you just want to play Lucian.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Kayle, look at that! So we're going to ignore the Kayle, we're going to ignore the Heimer. And we're just going to build this comp. Oh, we're going to buy the Kayle, okay. Okay, I like that you're rolling until the last second and then building, like putting on items. That's really good. Wait, what? Okay. Why can't you put Titan Resolve on Lucian?
Wait, what was that?
Why can't you put Titan's Resolve on Lucian?
Is it not good?
It's good, but why can't you do it right now? I mean...
Oh, it's because I'm left with too many offensive components, right?
Yep. Like, where the fuck are you gonna put the Rage Blade?
Yeah, I see that now. So then it should have been a frontline Titans, right?
Yep, on Galio, 100%. Because, like, where are you gonna put the Rage Blade now? Maybe you'll realize it. Yeah. Maybe you'll realize it and you'll remove the item from Lucian. Okay, so basically what you managed to do is get a 4-1 board on 4-5, going 8. So, like, why did you play this board, or, like, almost this board on 4-1?
I mean, I kind of felt like I was stable already with Knight. Was it Knight Varus? 4 Knight Varus?
But like, what is the benefit of going 8?
I mean, it was probably just to find a 4-cost carry from there.
Well, you can find a 4-cost carry on 7. Like, okay, of course you want to go 8. I'm not saying going 8 is bad, but like, this is the comp you're rolling for on 7 when you're kind of behind. Like, if you were at 35 HP on 4-1, I'd be happy with this board. But now it's like, it's too late for this board, is what I'm trying to say. Like, this board is not going to get you far enough. Okay, wait. We sold the jacks? I guess it's I rely over jacks. That's not terrible. I rely probably does more. So let's see how this plays out. Let's see how strong Lucian is now. So I think stage 4 of these items, yeah, he's good. Okay, so we can just play this out since it's stage 4.
So would you have kept that Varus board until 5-1?
No.
The
The pivot on 4-5 was actually okay, but what you're pivoting into, it's just weak. Because like, I would be okay getting 5th had I been behind. And then playing this for 5th. Holy shit, nice. But it's like, this board is not that amazing. This board doesn't tell me that you were at, what was it, nearly 80 HP on 4-1. Like, this is an okay board. I'm not upset about the board. I'm just upset that you were given other possibly stronger options, like 6 Knight Kale. I mean, yeah, this is just gonna play out. You said you're 5th, so I think the most important takeaways are here, where you kind of shut the door on everything else and decide to go for Lucian. So I think, I mean, you're a Grandmaster, right? Or are you Challenger now? Or what are you?
I'm Grandmaster.
Okay, so as Grandmaster, you should be quick enough and good enough to just be able to pick up all the 4-cost carries and roll down, waiting to get a 2-star. Because that's like the main spike. So like there were 2 griefs. One grief was making the Jewel Gauntlet. Oh shit! You can't make morels. Okay. I guess you're still gonna get another component. So I guess you just go for the sword for IE. Right? Instead of slamming the Jewel Gauntlet right away, you would have just had a rod, and you would have had a rod and a belt. So you would make something. You got 2 more components, I believe, right? So you would have been able to make something. But definitely IE is better than Jewel Gauntlet. I don't think Jewel Gauntlet is amazing. On
Lucian?
On Lucian.
Oh, really? I thought it was always one of his best items.
Okay. Fine. It's not bad on Lucian, but the fact that it locks you into Lucian for no apparent reason is what I hate.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Here, there's no reason to play Lucian. Like, from this board, isn't it easier to play Kale from this board? Just
yeah, because it's already Knights, right?
It's already Knights. Like, it's so much easier. You got the Kale. What do you need? You need you even you need a Galio, and you need a Galio, and you need, oh my god, blank. Garen. Yeah, Galio and Garen. And then you can go 6 Knights. Or you have Aatrox. Yeah, you have Aatrox, Kale, and 4 Knights, for example, and Ironclad. Like, just a good tank front line for Kale to pop off. Alternatively, it could have been Jax as well. No, sorry, Aphelios and Draven. Jax not so much of these items, but Aphelios and Draven for sure. So definitely when you're rolling. Okay, so first thing. This is tough. I don't know. It's not ideal to sell 2-star units right away.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I do like the quick W, but like yeah, you're just way too tunnel visioned. So this is the whole point of the roll down, right? Like you're looking for direction at this point, instead of already having one kind of set in mind and not being flexible at all. Because you're offered a Heimer and you're offered a Kale. So yes, it might be hard to get A-Bomb here, but you can definitely get like a Revenant front line with a Garen Galio kind of setup, right? For Heimer.
Yeah.
With Rageblade, Jewel Gauntlet, Demon Slayer, which is fine for Heimer. Or you can use Rageblade. Yeah, I guess Rageblade, Demon Slayer, and Titans for Kale, for example. So like the whole point of going to 8 is you can hit these nice legendary units.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like I guess I'm repeating myself here, but the board you're playing is just yeah, a top 5, top 6, maybe top 4 if you're lucky kind of board. And you don't want to pivot into that board from a good start. So like if you're behind, sure. But if you're at 77 HP, you know you can sack a few. Like sacking, maybe even sacking all the way to 5-1 would have been an option, right?
Yeah.
So you have even more gold. Because, like, you didn't have enough gold. I guess that's another thing maybe you realize here. Right? Like, you level up and you only have 30 gold to find a whole new board.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's another thing to think about. Like, okay, did I have enough gold to find my comp? I'm full pivoting, so 30 gold is nowhere near enough. Because like even if you have God Chops, right? Galio is 12 gold, and Lucian is 12 gold. So that's 24 gold. That's if you have like amazing chops.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, like I don't know, like rolling, you would have to. Yeah, you can roll 3 times. Sorry, not plus 6, plus 6. You can roll 3 times, and you would need to hit 3 Galios and 2 Lucians. Is that realistic?
No, it's not.
On the other hand, if you just kept the Knights and played the Kale, that's kind of realistic. Like you have, what is it, like 30, well not 30, let's say like 24 divided by 2, you have 12 shops to find Kale. So what is more likely? What do you think? Like obviously we don't have to do like all the math, but like 12 shops to find a Kale, or 3 shops to find 2 Lucians and 3 Galios.
Yes, it's definitely the Kale.
Right? Like I think the transition here was completely unnecessary. So are you familiar with the Kale comp?
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of knights, right?
It's just essentially this. Like what you're playing. Like swap out the Varus for Kale.
Yeah.
Like the fancy pivot was completely unnecessary here. That's probably like the biggest takeaway. Just play like what you already have 2-star knights. You're probably gonna hit 2-star like these 2 knights. If you don't, then you just play like you can play 4 knights, not 6 knights, but you play like the stronger knights. Then you obviously play Aatrox for Legionnaire. Rel, maybe you play the Jax as well for Ironclads. So like yeah, your key takeaways.
Wait, hello?
Your key takeaways. Like what you'll start doing
Okay.
differently stage 4.
Sorry, my Discord's lagging. Can you say that again?
What are you gonna start doing differently stage 4 from now on?
Just keep my options open and don't do anything unnecessary if I'm ahead.
Yep. And try not to pivot if you don't have to. Right? Like, no, you don't have to do these fancy pivots. Like, unless you hit Illusion 2 before hitting a Kale, you pivot. But like, you hit a Kale 1 before you hit Illusion 2. So Kale 1 is better than Illusion 2. And also, like, use your gold more effectively, I guess, because... Or, like, you could have used more HP, because I think on... You said you get 5th, so, like, stage 5 and then stage 6, you just bleed out. And since this guy's at 61, you're going to bleed out after these 3 guys. That's kind of how it's going to, like... How it's going to play out. Yeah. So, like, you're going to bleed out with them. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you for stopping by. Take care.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.